I want to talk about privilege. Some folks get confused with this notion. What is privilege? Just think of it as an advantage. Someone who has an advantage over another has a privilege. Now, in society, there are groups of persons who experience that advantage more than others. Who are those groups? People like me. White males. Why do I have an advantage? Well, between various job candidates, if there is persons of color, immigrants, women, persons with a disability, and me, statistically, I have the greater chance of landing that job just because of this. It doesn't mean all white males will get the job over somebody else. It means when we look at hundreds of persons, overall, the person who looks like me is going to get that job. That's privilege. Other aspects of privilege. When I go to my car at night in a parking lot, I don't typically think twice. I don't carry my keys through my fingers, worried about protecting myself. That's privilege. You may not realize it. That's privilege. I don't worry about being pulled over while being white. That's privilege. So when we look at social policies, political policies, labor policies that are designed to equal the playing field, sometimes people that look like me complain bitterly. It should be based on merit. Here's the thing. It is based on merit. It is. Okay, fine. Somebody's going to throw out at me, I know somebody who was way more... Welcome to life. There will be poor decisions made from time to time, or wrong decisions. But overall, those kinds of policies are only meant to equal the playing field between persons of equal capacity for that job. When we think of access to resources, I'm privileged. I likely have more access to resources being a white male, particularly with gray hair at this point, than many other persons. It takes some degree of self-reflection and an openness to that self-reflection to hear from racialized communities, minority groups, the LGBTQ community, women's groups, to realize that their experience is different than mine as a privileged white male. So, I hope people can take this in. It means we have to share resources. It means we have to share accessibility. You may worry, oh, that's taking away from me. Wow, that's the thinking of privilege. Privilege. Do we want a kinder, gentler, more compassionate, inclusive society? I do. Then we have to be aware of privilege and the experience of these other communities and be willing to hold a door open. I'm Gary Derenfeld. I'm a social worker. Hopefully that helps understand what is meant by privilege. It doesn't mean that every white male gets the best all the time, but when we look at groups, large groups of persons, We enjoy a benefit that wasn't earned. Let's share it.